Camp's almost here. Got about a month. So let's talk about some battles. What's up, Fin fans? So, Miami Dolphins training camp isn't for probably about another month. It's killing me. I'm pretty sure it's killing you guys. But I thought to myself, I'm going to break down each position and we're going to talk about the camp battle that's going on. Some positions, there necessarily really isn't that much of a camp battle. Like the starting cornerback position, it's Xavier Howard. Starting left tackle, Laramie Tunsil. But there is a bunch of camp battle positions. You know, we all know Kiko's going to start, but then like when it comes to McMillan and Baker, and then also what type of defense we're running, edge rushers, defensive tackles, I don't necessarily see the D-line being a camp battle. I think it is just going to be kind of like what we tried to do last year before all the injuries happened, just have fresh people going in and out. But I'm going to be breaking down camp battles all the way up until camp. So you're going to be getting those videos from me where I talk about each position. But before that, I just really want to talk about training camp dates, right? So we don't know when the training camp for Miami Dolphins start. I know that the Bucks start, I think they start July 27th. The only reason why I'm speculating on that is because the dates for the Dolphins-Buccaneers joint practices have been released, and it's the 13th and the 14th of August. And that's because their first game is the 16th of August, which is the second preseason game. So we're gonna have that joint practice the 13th and 14th of August. That is open up for everyone to go see. If you guys are in Tampa, I think the practice is gonna be in Tampa, and you guys wanna go check it out, you guys can check it out. But on their calendar, it said, I think July 27th is the first day of training camp that's open for everyone to come. So I don't know if that's the first day of training camp for the Buccaneers, but that's roughly around the time that training camp starts, which is end of, July, kind of around the 25th area of July, which sucks because we still have a long way to go. But I got a lot of stuff for you guys. I got a lot of content for you guys. I have a very big surprise and a very big announcement after comment of the day. So be sure to stick around because this is big. This is big. I've never done this on the channel before. I've done it, but not in the way I'm doing it. So if that makes any sense. So let's just jump right into this, right? I'm going to be breaking down each position, each camp battle, all that stuff. And I thought to myself, this is the sexy one. This camp battle that I'm about to talk about now is the sexy one. I'm going to save it for last. I'm going to be that annoying, game show, award show type thing, reality TV where they're like, and the winner of today's challenge is, and then it's like dun 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 dun. Then it goes to commercial. I was thinking of doing that and having this camp battle be the last one I do and hold you guys in suspense, but I hate that. I hate when TV shows do that. I hate when like the MTV Challenge does that. I hate when they do that. So I'm not doing that to you guys. We're gonna start with quarterback camp battle. It's this big sexy one. It's what everyone wants to hear. It's what everyone wants to talk about. We're gonna talk about the quarterback camp battle. And it's between Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh Rosen, Jake Rudock? Just between Josh Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick, right? And there's a bunch of people that think we traded for Josh Rosen. We need to know if Josh Rosen is the future or not because you have Herbert and you have Tua and you have all these quarterbacks coming out next year that we could potentially go for. We need to know what we got in him now. Have the dude start. Regardless if Fitz does better, regardless if, Rosen is struggling, have him in there because then it's, he sucks, we get the first pick, we, have him as a backup, a cheap backup. There's that camp. And then there's the other camp that's like best player, have the competition be legit, and the best person who wins starts. I want to win. I'm not tanking for Tua, this, and that. So I'm for one that I don't think we're tanking. I think we're rebuilding. Again, I've said thousands of times, there's a huge difference between tanking and rebuilding. I honestly think we're rebuilding. And I'm also one for let them fight. Godzilla, you guys see that yet? Let them battle. Winner wins it. You know, don't hand, this is gonna piss off a few people. Don't do what the Dolphins did with Ryan Tannehill. Okay, I'm expecting a little bit of hate for saying that, but I get it. When Garrard went down, they handed it to Tannehill. You know, didn't really have him compete with anyone else. They were like, well, we were going to give it to him, but he got injured, so here you go. And then after that, they were like, you're the quarterback. You're the quarterback. For 7 years, it was you're the quarterback, you're the quarterback, you're the quarterback. We'll bring people in. We have Matt Moore, who does really well, but you're the quarterback. No competition. You're the quarterback. I don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Josh Rosen to be handed the starting position because we traded for him. I don't want him to be handed the starting position because we need to know if he's the future, you know, or if he can be capable enough to be our franchise quarterback. Don't hand things to people anymore. Competition breeds toughness. It breeds that competitiveness in-game ability. Don't hand things to people anymore. I'm tired of the Dolphins organization just handing things to people because of where they were drafted. Where you were drafted doesn't mean squat. I'm sorry, it doesn't mean squat. You're a first round pick, congratulations, but compete for that starting position. So when it comes to this competition at quarterback, which I said quarterback competition at quarterback, camp competition at quarterback, you have to let him compete. You have to have Josh Rosen prove, and you have to have Josh Rosen constantly have that fire under his ass that, okay, I got traded from a team because they thought I wasn't good enough, even though they gave me no offensive line and they gave me 3 offensive coordinators. They thought I wasn't good enough, so they drafted a #1 quarterback in Kyler Murray, and they threw me to the wayside like I was nothing. You need to constantly have him have that fire under his ass. Now, when it comes to OTAs and training and mandatory minicamp, Ryan Fitzpatrick has been killing it, right? He's been throwing dots, he's been seaming passes, he's been doing really well, whereas Rosen has been struggling. I don't put any merit to that. I start to assess teams and I start to assess talent when it comes to training camp, because there's been a lot of players that have been on our team that have done really well without the pads on, and once training camp and preseason comes, they disappear. You guys remember a ton of players that just disappeared. Like, Gesicki kind of disappeared. Devontae Parker tends to disappear. And especially when it comes to quarterback. When it comes to the quarterback position and OTAs and mandatory minicamp, there's not much of a pass rush. There's not much of that hurriness from having someone coming after you. So they have time to throw in the pocket. And essentially OTAs and minicamp are there so you just throw the ball, sling it, make stupid throws. You know, this is when you can do it. This is when you're allowed to do it. Practice time, you know? So I don't put any merit in it, but Fitzpatrick has shown why he is still in the league. He still is aggressive and he can still make certain throws. That being said, Fitzpatrick also has been on 9,000. He's been on every 32 teams. He hasn't, but, you know, he's not gonna, you know, he's the type of quarterback that he'll win you games, but he'll very easily lose you games. And his aggressiveness will give you 5 touchdowns, but then you also have 3 interceptions in that game, and that 3rd interception will cost you the game in a, you know, a 35 or 42 to something game. You're gonna lose that game. He'll keep throwing you touchdowns, but then he'll cost you the game. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the camp battle between Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen, I'm very intrigued by this. Who you guys constantly ask, who would I like to see to win this camp battle? Who do I want to see start week 1, Fitzpatrick or Josh Rosen? And I tell you guys constantly, whoever wins the camp battle, I want the best quarterback on the field doing his thing. Now, if it's Fitzpatrick, cool. Rosen, watch what he's doing, learn from it. And a lot of you guys tell me, well, it'll only be for about 4 games and then they're going to put him in because, you know, Fitzpatrick sucks after 4 games. You're getting that off of the Bucs season. You're getting that off of, like, when he was with the Jets, he played the full season. It took him to 10-6, you know? So you don't know. I don't like to go off of players' pasts because, yeah, it's a good stamping ground and a good idea of what type of player they are, but players can change and become better. We've seen a ton of players have a shitty past and all of a sudden they do great. And then they keep getting better, and then, you know, you're like, well, what happened to this guy? Where was this guy? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this camp battle, you got Josh Rosen, the guy who was thrown to the wayside, the guy who had so many offense coordinators, the guy who had a horrible offensive line, and then you have Ryan Fitzpatrick, the journeyman quarterback that will win you a bunch of games, that will win you at least 5 games on his own, you know? You have these 2 quarterbacks competing. And I honestly think it's going to be a very good competition. I'd like to see the young guy. I'd like to see Rosen all of a sudden, you know, show, like, you know, OTs and training camp, OTs and mini camp, I was watching, I was preparing, I was learning the playbook. So I didn't have a full grasp on it. I've had OTAs and mini camp and this full month off to really get a grasp on it. Look at me in training camp now. I'm throwing crazy passes. I'm doing better than Fitzpatrick. I won the starting job. I'd like to see that happen because Fitzpatrick's not going to be with the team for long. I don't even think Fitzpatrick will be with the team next year. If Josh Rosen struggles this year, right, I honestly think the Dolphins will still keep him. I honestly think the Dolphins will draft a quarterback in the first round if he struggles. If we win like 4 games this year, I honestly think the Dolphins will take a quarterback in the first round. Josh Rosen will compete with that quarterback, and worst case, Josh Rosen's the backup because he's making nothing. So I like to see Josh Rosen win, and I like to see him play more because I'd like to see what we have in him. But if he doesn't, and if Fitzpatrick does better, then I trust this front office, I trust our head coach, I trust the process because they're showing me they're doing things different, and I think it'll be best for the team. I want what's best for the team. I want what's best for the organization. I want to constantly win. I want to constantly be in the Super Bowl talk. I want to constantly be in the contention for, you know, every year AFC Championship game, every year AFC Championship game. I want that continuity in that for my team. So comment below. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this camp battle? What do you think between Fitzpatrick and Rosen? Is Reddick a viable option in that battle? If you think so, comment below, let me know. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys want to start? If you guys think Rosen and you say because we need to see what we have, it's a very, very sound opinion. And if you guys want the best player who wins to be in there, again, both options and both ideas aren't wrong. They have logic behind them. So comment below, let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna get to you guys' comment of the day. And this comment comes from It's Me. And he says to me, that's a lot of me's. But he says to me, great take and looking forward to seeing your prediction. Call me crazy, but I think we go 10-6, even though we have the 4th hardest schedule, fins up. I picked this comment because this was on my video Monday where I had a reaction to the NFL Network and Terrell Davis picking our schedule. He didn't do too bad. He had us going 6-10. I had a few, like maybe 3 or 4 guys get upset with me that I was like, 6-10 isn't that bad of a pick right now. On paper right now, what I'm seeing, I see it around there. Some people are like, you're not a true Dolphins fan. You haven't been a Dolphins fan for that long, even though I've been a Dolphins fan for about 25 years. Get off this, you shouldn't be doing this anymore. Like, I even said in the video, you know, we don't know. Dolphins can win a ton of games that people have them losing. We can go 10-6. We can go 8-8 because the season changes. You never know. And that's why I picked this comment, because he has the Dolphins. He thinks the Dolphins will go 10-6. That is a very viable option, especially if Fitzpatrick starts and Fitzpatrick starts to play like he did at the beginning of the year with the Bucs, or when he did with the Jets, where he took them to a 10-win season. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm not even predicting they're going 6-10. I have me right now, my base for them, without seeing them do training camp, without seeing them preseason, without even seeing any pad work, 6 wins. I don't know what their pass rush looks like. I don't know how their offensive line will deal against the pass rush. I don't know what their defensive tackles look like. I don't know how their linebackers are tackling. I don't know what the running game looks like. All of these things that I don't know, 6 wins. On paper, 6 wins. All of a sudden, the pass rush could be ridiculous. All of a sudden, the running game could be ridiculous. All of a sudden, linebackers could be getting interceptions, tackling like crazy. All of a sudden, I'm like, this is a 9-win team. I don't know. So when people ask me what my prediction is, and this is a reason now why I didn't do my predictions when the schedule came out versus last year when I knew who this team was because I've seen them play for 2 years beforehand, I don't know. So for people who got upset for me for my baseline being 6 wins, I'm sorry, but I love this team. It's tattooed on me, obviously, and I again, I'll say this, expectations low, right? I prefer to be surprised than let down. If I had my idea and if I constantly thought that the team was gonna go 12-4, 11-5, 14-2, and they constantly go 6-10, 8-8, 9-7, 7-9, I would be so mad at this team constantly. I'm done with this team. I don't wanna be a fan of this team anymore because I have, it's just not what I do. I'd prefer to be surprised, and I like to be surprised. But I honestly think this team is going to be good. I honestly think this team is going to surprise a lot of people. But I appreciate the question because he said we have the 4th hardest schedule. When it comes to that, it goes off of what team's schedule was last year. And when you go off of what team's schedule was last year, they lose a lot of free agents, injuries happen, so I don't like to go off of easiest and toughest schedule because sometimes you might go into the season having the toughest schedule and then all of a sudden you end up having the easiest schedule and winning 11 games, 12 games. So, but again, I will give you guys my full prediction of the season after training camp. That's when I'll do it, and I'll have a good idea. Probably right before the season, I'll give you guys my prediction right after the last preseason game, because I'll know what this team is. But as of right now, again, I'm telling you guys, when I'm saying 6-10, that's how much games like the bottom, like worst case scenario, 6-10. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm not saying that they're definitely going 6-10. I'm saying worst case 6-10. Why you guys got upset with me with that? Not a lot, but a good amount of you guys got upset with me with that. I'm like, it's a baseline. It's bottom of the bottom. Like, my top is 16-0, obviously, but we'll see what happens. But be sure to comment below. Thank you for the comment. Got some news. So me and TD have been talking about doing a collab. If you guys have been watching his live streams, he's kind of hinted at it here and there. We're gonna collab, but this time we're gonna try to do it live. We're gonna do a live stream on the 17th, which is next Monday. Well, this upcoming Monday, the 17th, 7 p.m. to 7:30. We haven't really talked about the exact time we're gonna go live, but we're gonna go live and we're gonna do a collab. We have a lot of things we're gonna talk about. We're gonna debate a little bit. We're gonna take up some of you guys' questions. I'm working on the technicality of us doing a live stream together, collabing, but it's the 17th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and TD. Huge event, gonna collab, debate, talk with you guys. It's gonna be really fun. Also, fan appreciation is going to be going up this Saturday. I'm gonna be opening some of you guys' packages that you sent me. I'm also going to be answering your guys' questions. Today is the video. You can post your questions in today's video. You can also post your questions to me at Twitter, so be sure to follow me at Twitter. You can post them with the hashtag fan appreciation, and you can ask me a question or whatever. It could be any type of question. The best question, the one that I think is the best, the one that I think I like the most, is going to win the DouglieDoWrong hat. Criteria, if you really are interested in winning and how can I get that hat and what are you looking for a best question, not a long paragraph. If it's too long, I read it and I answer you back, but if it's too long, I can't really put it in a video because then it's like most of the video is me reading your question. Keep it to 2 to 3 sentences. It could be about anything. I don't care. Dolphins, me, whatever. But don't be like rude. Don't be like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it professional, keep it classy. But yeah, now's the time. Hashtag it, fan appreciation below. Ask me your questions. You can also hit me up in an email. Again, You can hit me up in email and say whatever you want, and then say this is the question for, you know, whatever. Also on Twitter, so be sure to follow me on Twitter. But yeah, Saturday that video is going up, and then one of you guys is going to win the hat. But yeah, be sure to follow me on Twitter. Be sure to check out the Bit Boys, put out new video games with the E3 that just finished. We have a ton of new games we're going to be playing, so be sure to go check out the Bit Boys. If you like what you see, if you like that video game stuff, if you like our humor, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button. We are on our way to training camp, which means we are on our way to preseason, which means we're on our way to the season. I really, really, really can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. So be sure to hit that like button. Also lets me know you guys like this stuff. I'm giving you guys, you know, I'm doing camp battles, and then I have a skit that I'm still working on. I have a list of things I want to talk about. I'm going to be breaking down the all-time Miami Dolphins. I'm going to make the all-time Miami Dolphins team. I have so much stuff to help you guys on this transition of a month of no football. I'm going to help you guys so much. If you guys are watching this on DolphinsTalk.com, howdy, how are you? Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. We just broke 5,600 subscribers. What? Like, it blows my mind, the support I'm getting from you guys. It blows my mind, the thumbs up and the subscribes and all that stuff. We might have a difference of opinion. I love the fact that we have a difference of opinion. Changes my mind, and I hope I get to change your mind, and we get to have this communication. It's so much fun. But be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys Friday. I got another video planned for Friday, and then I got the fan appreciation on Saturday, and then Monday's the collab. Guys, I got so much stuff planned for you guys. I'm super excited. Other than that, I'll see you guys Friday. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.